Marina, as you know. I'm head of partnerships for our business-to-business team at Octopus Energy.
And my name's Eloise, and I work as the marketing manager at Octopus Energy.
Yeah, so we're here today to talk to you about our regional business power model and how it has really helped us not only transform the experience of our customers, but also of our employees too. But first, a little about Octopus Energy, in case you don't know. We are a 100% renewable energy supplier. We were launched in 2016, and we now supply over 1.5 million customers across the UK, and importantly for this presentation, 15,000 businesses. We are really passionate about using technology to make green energy affordable and accessible to our customers, and crucially, transforming what has historically been pretty bad customer service too often provided by the big six energy suppliers. I know it's a bit of a trope to say, but customer service really is at the heart of everything we do and think about. And that's been a huge driver for our success over the last 4 years. And then our business customers, they're just as important to us. And if you're looking at kind of UK emissions, they are central to our ambition to help the UK move away from fossil fuel dependence. So today we are going to talk to you about Leicester Business Power, which is the first of our regional business power tariffs. We came up with this as a way of designing energy tariffs for businesses, focusing on what's important to them, supplying energy from local sources to local businesses and supporting their community in the first place. So let's talk about the background to our initiative. On average, businesses spend only 6 minutes a year thinking about their energy supply. To business owners, energy supply can be tiring and stressful. Historically, the energy supply market has been complicated, full of lengthy contracts and energy brokers who want nothing more than to rip off customers and pin them into another 5-year extortionately priced contract. So our challenge was really to take that 6 minutes and turn it into more of a regular conversation, ensuring that energy became something that our energy customers really wanted to talk about. So the 3 focal objectives were tackle climate change and make our world a more sustainable place to live. And by doing that, we needed to grow our customer base and ensure that more businesses were being supplied with renewable energy. And then finally, make sure that we went above and beyond for these businesses that were putting their trust in us. So in terms of the wider strategic needs for the overall business, about growing customers and making sure we kept them happy come rain or shine, this really fitted in perfectly. So looking at the specific goals and objectives of our project, we decided to trial our local power for local businesses idea in Leicester, where we launched our second office in 2018. Our founding goals were to build a network of happy and engaged customers, to be active within and give back to the community that we had become part of, and to drive forwards the community's green revolution in order to achieve a happier, lower carbon Leicester. So looking at how we could achieve these goals, we had the following objectives. We wanted to build key partnerships with local stakeholders. We wanted to get to 250 businesses on supply within the first year, all supplied with local energy. We wanted to speak directly to local school children about the effect of renewable energy and the importance of protecting our planet. And we wanted to empower our Leicester employees to make them feel part of this project. And then finally, with all of this coming together, we wanted to promote a low carbon Leicester and catalyze that green revolution with our businesses at the center of it, because energy really is about so much more than electrons. So moving on to the planning and implementation, our first step was really market research. We held brainstorming sessions with our Leicester team, and then we all went out and trod the streets, visiting their favorite businesses and understanding their priorities. The message that kept coming back from our Leicester employees and from the businesses that we spoke to was one of community engagement. If we were to go above and beyond as an energy supplier, we needed to support the community that these businesses worked in. So we set about creating fantastic partnerships. Our first was with Seaton Road Solar Farm, just up the road from Leicester City Centre. And for every kilowatt of hour that our businesses use up, kilowatt hour of energy, sorry, this solar farm pumps renewable energy into the grid. And that's really central to our idea of supplying local businesses with local solar power, as well as supporting the local economy. We also teamed up with the surrounding national forest, and now we plant 25 trees with them for every 25 businesses that sign up. And we also approached a prominent local business, the King Richard III Visitor Centre, to be our first customer on the tariff, which Eloise will go into in more detail later. And then one of our favourite partnerships is with Leicester's Charity Link. It's a fantastic organisation that supports vulnerable people in the area, keeping them warm, safe and fed. Their values of social justice and really keeping the lights on in some cases align perfectly with ours. And so for every business that signs up to our tariff, we donate £25 to the brilliant work that Charity Link does. And then briefly on challenges, our main stumbling block was really challenging the preconceived ideas of a lot of local businesses and proving to them that we were in this for the long haul. So we had to go and meet these businesses in person and plan events throughout the year with our customers involved, which Eloise will speak about. And that was a way to reiterate our commitment to Leicester and really bring these customers on board.
Thank you, Marina. So now over to me, and I'm just going to speak a little bit about our stakeholders and how they were engaged throughout the initiative. So these regional tariffs, they were fundamentally about really going over and above for the local businesses. So the primary stakeholders were the 300 plus businesses that we now have on our Leicester power supply. And these businesses, they range from really small SMEs, so we have some local cafes and bars, to much bigger partners, for instance, the National Space Centre, which is in Leicester, which I think is the UK's biggest space museum. And from going out and actually speaking to our customers, they told us they don't just want 100% renewable energy, but they also want a lot of opportunities so that they can really promote and celebrate the commitment that they're making to local green energy. And we basically took this feedback on and we really created a package that delivered on these points. So we provide all of our business customers with certificates and annual carbon saving reports. And this just really ensures that they have the tools to promote that they're putting the local community and the green agenda at the forefront of what they're doing. And this is also something that's really quite unique to Octopus, because I don't think there's no other energy supplier that will go above and beyond to celebrate like this with their business customers and actually celebrate the benefits just by being on supply that they're putting into the world. And another important stakeholder for us are all the local initiatives that we partnered with, because they've really brought this tariff to life. And with these partners, we just really wanted to ensure that these collaborations were mutually beneficial and that we were also supporting and spotlighting some of the amazing work that was already going on in the city. So a good example here is that we partnered with the King Richard III Centre, and this was in order to hold our launch event for the tariff. And they were also the first venue that came onto our supply. And I'm not sure if you'll remember the story, but in 2012, the bones of King Richard III were found under a car park in Leicester. And this was basically a huge moment for the city, and it was a really big news story. So the centre was built to commemorate his life, and it's a very popular attraction in the area. Because of its importance in Leicester, it's definitely where we wanted to hold our event to launch this tariff. And we invited lots of local thought leaders to the event, and many members of the local press were also attracted because of where it was being held. But we really ensured that this event was both a celebration of the tariff in Leicester, but also a celebration of the centre and how they're also being trailblazers by being such a loved and well-known attraction that's also really committed to green energy. And so the final stakeholder I'd just like to mention here was our local Leicester employees. All of our Leicester employees, they're predominantly Leicester University graduates or Leicester residents, and they're really the customer-facing side of our operations. So they speak to our customers day in, day out, and they're really what makes Octopus the success it is, just through delivering incredible customer service. And it's thanks to them that we have things like a 5-star Trustpilot rating. And what they're really looking for is what I guess we're all looking for in our jobs. I think they really want their roles to be meaningful, they want to be acknowledged for their hard work, and they also want opportunities to have their say in the business that they're part of. So through this Leicester tariff, we've really tried to welcome these employees and empower them. So they've had a really big influence over what the local tariff is going to look like. They had a say in which initiatives we finally chose to partner with and donate to. And I guess even by developing the tariff there, we've shown that we're not just going to be a business that happens to be in Leicester, but we're really committed to supporting Leicester and making Leicester a cleaner and greener place to be. Here we are, sorry, I'm just changing slide. And then also another thing that I think we're most proud of when it comes to this initiative, and what really contributed towards the overall success, was the work with school children that we did across the city. And the reason why we decided to include school children is because we talk a lot about being a sustainable business, and a part of that is making a sustainable change, and there's nothing more sustainable than education. So we've been into lots of the local schools and we've taught children from around the ages of 6 to 11. And we've basically been teaching them all about the importance of renewable energy and why we do the work we do. And something that's really amazing about this is that often concluded with the children doing some artwork, which we now use for a lot of our marketing. So you can see some of the designs here with lots of our Leicester marketing. And just moving on, so another way that this project is very innovative is that the Leicester Business Power is the UK's first ever local and community-based tariff. So we're really being mavericks in this way. We're trying to make the energy industry about community and customers, and we're doing this through some really unprecedented steps. So for instance, a year after we launched the tariff, we had the Leicestershire Green Power 250, where we had a celebration event with the first 250 businesses that came on supply, and we awarded them all these Octopi and these certificates that really showed how surprise and delight can go a long way. Business was so proud and so happy that we'd really gone back and celebrated what work they were doing. And so finally, some of the impacts on the business and the team. So moving on from the first 250 businesses in the first year, we now have over 300 customers on supply. And we're also powering some great initiatives that we're really, really proud of. We've also had a lot of local recognition. So Leicester Mercury is the most widely read regional outlet in Leicester. And they've written about us quite a lot in their magazine, in the paper. But on Monday, we actually also had a takeover day where all the advertising on their online sites was about Octopus and the Leicester tariff. So they really want to promote us and give us a good platform to advertise through them. And they are really the heart of the community. Some other benefits has been that we've helped Leicestershire save over 3.4 million kilograms of CO2 a year by having these businesses on our supply, which is an incredible number. We've donated over £15,000 to the brilliant charity Link. And you can see a picture here of some of our colleagues doing a 3-peak fundraising run for Charity Link. These are the guys that selected it as our charity of choice. There was over 300 trees that were planted in the National Forest, and we've got many more to come. And we're regularly educating local school children on the importance of protecting our planet. And just one more unforeseen benefit I want to touch on was that the Mayor of Leicester also invited Octopus Energy to turn on the Leicester Christmas lights. And we were just very honoured by this because it was real evidence that our involvement in the community was really valued by our customers and that they were also going off their own backs to invite us to community events. So just to conclude, that's basically our story. And so something that started off as a way to just try and infuse disengaged business customers turned into so much more. It turned into a transformational customer experience and a real local effort. And we're now really an integral part of the Leicester community. And yeah, we're contributing towards the schools, to many schemes. And yeah, so also because of how successful this launch was, we're looking to do similar schemes in both Brighton and Warwick, where are 2 other areas where we have offices. So 2 other places we call home.
I think for us, building trust with our customers and proving our commitment to Leicester has allowed us to build a network of brilliant local businesses who support us just as we support them. We're no longer strangers at the end of an email, and together we are a significant voice pushing forwards for a greener future in the city and for its future generations. And that is our presentation.
Well done, Eloise. Well done, Marina. Thank you very much for your presentation. We've got a few minutes for 15 minutes for questions. So